Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Ken, thanks very much. Good evening, everyone. It's a Football Friday. Friday Night Lights coming at you at 11 o'clock tonight on KDKA-TV. Scores, highlights from around the WPIAL, our Honda Game of the Week, plus our Steelers Game of the Week, plus our Fan Game of the Week, all among the highlights tonight at 11. But this has also been a busy day because the Steelers finished up their practices over at the South Side in advance of the Kansas City Chiefs, a game you'll see here on KDKA-TV. On Sunday afternoon, our coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. Ben Roethlisberger returned to practice after missing Wednesday and Thursday. Josh Dobbs ran with the first team. Today, Ben, and that would, you would think, make him eligible and ready to play on Sunday afternoon, although the official list is out and he's questionable, but no longer do teams post probable, so questionable means probably will play. Vance McDonald also looks to be in line to play, but two guys who won't play, David DeCastro is doubtful, Joe Hayden is doubtful, and those are two big portions of both the offense and defense respectively. So we'll see what happens. The Chiefs are a good team, came in here after a 38-28 win against the Chargers in their opener at Los Angeles. They played that game in like a soccer stadium, so it wasn't much of a home field advantage for the Chargers, but the Chiefs took it to town. Pat Mahomes, AFC Offensive Player of the Week with 4 touchdown passes in that game. Tyreek Hill, they got a lot of weapons. We know about that. Steelers have seen it, but the Steelers have shut them down for the most part every time they've played. So what will happen on Sunday? I'm thinking the Steelers are going to win going away. I really do. I think it's time that they put it all together here after what happened last Sunday in Cleveland, 17-17 tie. I like the Steelers in this game to win and cover the spread. Let us know what you think at 412-575-2600. Also, this was day one of Penguins training camp. Yes, indeed. And there were a lot of people up there at the Cranberry facility in the UPMC Sports Center up there for Mario Lemieux. And it's rocking with a lot of good young talent, I'll tell you that. And they have 58 people in camp. They divvied them up into 3 different teams. Today we saw a scrimmage between Team 1 and 2. Most notably, Daniel Sprong is on the top line with Jake Gensel and Sidney Crosby. Mike Sullivan and Jim Rutherford want to see what they have in Daniel Sprong, and can he handle the first line responsibility? I'm very comfortable with Patrick Hornquist on that line. They have a lot of options, but they want to see what Sprong can do. He's got a great shot, very Kessel-like with his shot. He's fast, but can he, live up to the defensive responsibilities that put him in the doghouse in the first place here when Mike Sullivan liked the offense, didn't like the defense? He went back down to the AHL and played well last year. Let's see at age 21 if he can make the jump here on a regular basis, not just to the NHL, but to the top line with Crosby and Gensel. Also, Zach Aston Reese, another guy they're looking at, and the one thing about him, he has an option, I believe, left. So if they want to create room for other people, and they have a glut of centers, 2 of them will probably end up as wingers. So that could be a position where they don't need Zach Aston Reese for now, even though I think he's ready to play, and he showed that he could last year. So we'll see what happens, but it's nice to have a surplus of people, and they do at Penguin Training Camp, which all the way for the next couple of weeks. The opener, October the 4th, against the Washington Capitals, so there's a lot going on, all taking place up there at the Lemieux Center in Cranberry. So check them out if you get a chance. It's free to go in and watch those practices. They'll take place on Sunday, Saturday and Sunday as well. Also, Pirates in action tonight. They trail 6-3 to the Brewers right now. We'll have some highlights of that at 11 o'clock. They're pretty much playing out the string, but the bad news tonight, again, Chris Archer, he had 100 pitches through the first 5 innings, and you just can't do that. He got hit with a line drive right in the buttocks. Thankfully there, not in the back, because it was coming at 105 miles an hour. He was okay. He stayed in the game, but 100-some pitches in 5 innings is not going to get it done. It's now 6-3, and Archer has not been that good. They were playing around with this on the Cook and Joe show today on 93.7 The Fan about whether or not you'd want a redo of that Chris Archer trade right now. I still understood why it was made, and I still like that it was made. One day will we look back and say, well, they gave up too much? Who knows? Tyler Glasnow, I always was encouraged by his stuff. He just could never put it together, but you could argue they could have waited and been more patient with him. But in order to get something, you've got to give something, and they did in that case. So we have a lot to talk about. Polanco had surgery today. He's going to be out 7 to 9 months, all because of a bad slide. And you would think by now the guys know how to slide efficiently. That was a bad one. He had a bone bruise on his knee as well as the shoulder, which underwent surgery today. So we have a lot to get into. Call us with your take. Also, Pitt, Georgia Tech tomorrow. How do you think that one will fare? Georgia Tech comes into Pittsburgh as a 4.5-point favorite. All that and more right here. Give us a shout. It's the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call on the Bordas and Bordas Hotline. You're watching it live right here on Pittsburgh CW.
The Ireland Contracting by Ireland Contracting, Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters.